¿Sí le piqué el kick? No sé si el... Escúchenmelo. No sé si el... Escúchenmelo. No sé si el... Que no. Neta, me vale.
That's it for the practice.
Genial, 17 de 18.
Now, we haven't hit nothing. Just keep rolling, man.
Ok. Pues bienvenidos, hermanos.
Green.
Who's your base? I'm your base. Who's your base? I'm your base.
Flow sector 1.
Easy. No estoy empezando. Fuck.
Thompson is now leading.
Que era 18, ¿verdad? De 18. Chale, creo que sí voy a
Palacio
quedar
now
17.
leads. We're position 13. You're aiming for P12 here. We're projected P12 here.
Chale, 14.
You're position 14 now.
Y les aseguro que los demás, que los otros 3 no están calificando.
P5 is in our reach.
Ay, no manches.
Aiming for P4 currently.
Ok. Un lugar, ¿verdad?
Call ended.
Checker, right?
Get
Yep.
in there. Up to position 5.
Pues sí, quinto. Who's your base? I'm your base. Who's your base? Who's your base? Who's your base? I'm your base. Who's your base? I'm your base. Base. I'm your base. Base. I'm your base. Manos bienvenidos. Oh. Bien, terminé séptimo. Está mal, ¿eh? No está nada mal. Estamos muy... Estamos pegados.
Pit stall is at the end of the pit lane. 110 seconds to gridding ends. Be advised, fuel pressure. Engine stalled. Oil pressure.
For you new guys, it may not be a bad idea if you get some of those blue paper towels, set them up on the wall. Make sure that you blotch your sneakers before you jump off the wall. That helps dry them up because your feet are still going to be wet back here behind the wall. Pit road is closed. Five cars left to grid.
Hmm.
Sixty seconds left.
Still waiting on 2 cars to grid.
30 seconds left now.
Waiting on the final car to grid. Everyone's gridded.
Gridding done.
Pace car about to move. Pace car on the move.
You'll be lining up behind the 14.
Que soy el único Corvette.
Looks like you should be lining up behind the 14. Line up behind the 14. Line up behind the 14.
Idiot. Ah, okay.
Looks like you'll be lining up behind the 14. All right, we need to be behind the 14. I can be behind the 14. We're going to restart behind the 14.
Where's McLaren, man?
Looks like you'll be lining up behind the 14. You should be behind the 14.
No me va a pasar lo mismo que la otra vez.
All right, bud.
Focus
That's me
now.
today. Have a solid day. Good luck. Pace car's off. Be ready.
Pace car in.
Green
Green
flag.
flag.
Position 8 currently.
Left
Left
side.
forward. And clear.
Clear, clear, clear. Good job.
Position 7 currently.
El vato.
Right
Right
side.
front. Still active.
Still there.
Still on.
Still there.
Still alive.
Oh shit.
Still
Still
right.
there.
It's clear.
Looks clear, clear, clear.
Tengo que alcanzarlos. Whoa.
Position 6.
Come on through, Trevor.
I ain't gonna do anything dumb, I promise. Thank you.
Oh. Hey you.
Quickest.
1 minute 44.770.
Genial.
Good job. 10 laps left. Back to P. We're down to P10. Down in position 14 now.
Come on through, Benny.
A lot of damage in the rear.
That aero damage is probably slowing you a lot.
Heads up. Front of you, he's rolling.
Yellow in 1 second.
Front of you,
One ahead.
he's rolling.
Lad, up to position 13 now. Well done.
Spin, spin.
Creo que no traigo cajuela, pero creo que todavía traigo... Ala. Chale. No tan bien.
Incident in 8 seconds. One car.
Front of you, keep your eye open.
Position 12 now. Good stuff. Next position may lose.
P1 is
10
the
rating
fastest on the
points.
track. 43.667.
Lap was
1 minute 52.540.
Sorry, fuck. What an idiot.
Wilson has a slowdown.
Pero está un poco nervioso.
We literally could have drafted each other, Adam.
Damage in the rear.
Like, what are we doing there?
Yeah, Janelle, get me out of here, please. These guys behind me are gonna wreck me. They're dangerous.
Oh, I see that, man. I'm sorry.
Let me go, please. Take me to the promised land.
Come on, come on. Go, baby, go.
See that? God dang. Thank you, though.
P11 currently.
Pero está matando a todos. A ver si los alcanzo. Me olvidé que pude ir en tercera, mirando como si fuera a cambiar a segunda.
Oops.
T4 is the fastest car on the tractor. 43.516.
One off track and 3 incidents.
Left side. Clear.
We are clear.
Right
Right
side.
side clear.
Clear.
Thanks, man.
Down in P13.
10 minutes.
Thanks, man.
You're moving
Good
down
job,
in
buddy. Tell me what you got when
P14.
you get a chance. Leaders at 44.408. T3 is the fastest car on the tractor. 43.236.
Ay, no sé si salir.
You're good, Ben. I won't try anything stupid.
No, you're good. If you have speed and can pass, let me, pass me.
Nope, I'm good.
Ferrari está adelante.
Four laps behind.
Ah, sí. 4 vueltas. 4 vueltas vamos a terminar. Hey. Freebie.
Mate, P13 currently. Well done. Next position will lose us 21 rating points. Estimated rating will be 2,124.
Uy. Ok, ella es cuarta, fuerzas.
14.7 ahead.
Five minutes. The pre is the leader.
New leader is
Palacios.
Uy.
Delta in front in class over 5 laps. 2.756.
Uy, el primer lugar chocó. Bueno, creo que hizo trompo.
Nordberg
leads.
The third spot then entrance to Tim Road. Then 1 is the leader.
Dos vueltas. Oh, hijos de chaval.
Two laps left. Sector 3 is slow.
Ah, sí.
What an idiot.
One
White
more
flag
lap.
lap, my man.
Yellow ahead in 8 seconds. 1 in front.
Catch
1
them, brother.
minute
Go get 'em.
45.437.
Point
Last
9.
lap.
A lot of damage in the rear. Yeah, buddy, we're just looking at the radar, and it doesn't look like anything's going to be changing soon. Middle of the track. On your right.
Right forward. Clear.
Clear, clear, clear.
Oh, we made it.
Yeah, I know.
Left
Left
side.
rear.
Clear
And
hand.
clear.
Yeah, man. Thanks for your patience. That was cool.
One on the
Right
right
rear.
side. Still there.
Clear.
That was intense, lad.
Checker flag.
What a disappointment.
That's P13. You end with 9 liters. LV to fight another day, I guess. We finished in P13. So, sir, have you considered getting a subscription?
sir.
Visit the getdre.app and hook me up, if you like my assistance. Thank you, my favorite racer.
Thank you, my favorite racer. Más que no tengo amigos. Tengo amigos. Nadie quiere estar conmigo.
Welcome to Gazamps 24H.
Inichi. A ver, ya sé qué va a hacer. De lo que está esto. Déjame buscar. Oh, sí, es cierto, ya está el Nürburgring, ¿verdad? El vato. Mm. ¿A qué hora? Ah, ya. Oh. Ah, este está bien chido. Ah, sí, este está bien chido. Anda con la gente, me está choquito. Pero. Claro que estoy pensando cualquier cosa puede ser una base para. Está chido también. Es hora. Me falta un buen de tiempo.
It's clear.
No me acuerdo si es al 40 o al 40. Alexa, ilumina por favor.
Debris flag. Watch out, debris flag. Low traction.
Realmente he tenido duda de esa curva si es o tercera.
Debris on track.
Más bien tengo que frenar en un... Justo tengo que frenar para que pueda ser en tercera. Ok, es al 45. 5 minutos.
Watch out for debris.
Ah. Con este carro no sé qué tanto pueda girar. Aún no tengo la confianza.
Debris on track.
Bueno, más bien ciertas zonas.
Go easy in 8 seconds, 1 ahead.
Arthur Nascimento.
Nascimento.
Is now at the front.
Nascimento. Digo así, ¿no? Nascimento.
Track limits. 3 incidents.
Nascimento. Creo que voy a cambiar. Es que cuando que tengo un off-track voy a prende de color rojo. Lo voy a cambiar a verde para que vaya con el juego. Se lo cambio antes de que empiece la...
You hit something again? Sure, what the hell, why not?
You've probably lost some power.
Where's that bear by with sheet metal at? Do you
Warning.
need a hammer behind
Engine
you?
stalled. Warning. Oil pressure. Alert. Fuel pressure.
Ahí no. Mission engine flag. Esta, green flag, blue flag, the B, orange, white flag. Right. Armamiento. Editar armamiento. There you go.
You have 1 on track. You're clear.
There you go.
1 closing in.
Ya está, bueno.
2 off tracks and 6 incidents now. Let car 16 by.
Fresh car for you. Overcast above, 18.6 Celsius, in air, 21.6 on track. Welcome to Gesamtstrecke 24H.
Voy a hacer pipí, todavía tengo 7 minutos. Sí. El cuarto de mis padres tiene aire acondicionado. No, está bien fresco, fresquito. Cállese, Chano.
Checkered flag for this practice. "110 seconds to gridding ends. Your pit stall is 300 meters after pit entry." "60 seconds left."
Get ready to race.
Good luck, everyone.
Green flag.
No sé desde cuándo ya podía. Pero bueno.
Local
Tenemos un
yellow in
freebie
4
porque vi,
seconds.
creo que
One
uno de
ahead.
ellos.
Yellow flag in 5 seconds. One involved.
Heads up.
Why would you make a move
Stay
there?
away.
Careful
Ahí va
in
a ser
7
drone.
seconds. One involved.
Spin on the left side.
Track has cleared.
Position 24.
Yellow flag in 6 seconds. One in front.
In front of you. He's in the middle of the track. In front of you. In front of you.
Just tow, buddy.
20th position.
Ravinsky.
Has a meatball flag.
Weiselhard
has a repair flag. Your position 22.
Right
On the right side forward. We are clear.
Ah, maldito.
We're position 21 currently. Eleventh position
Erdogan
has a meatball flag. P20.
Ahí vamos, ahí vamos. Ese pinche. Go right, buddy, go right, go right, go right. Right.
On your right.
Rear. Stay there.
Still there.
And clear.
Clear hand.
We're position 21.
Está tan difícil que es ir a la derecha, güey. Uy, casi la cago. Wow, está perdiendo un buen late rating.
Look out in 8 seconds. One involved.
Very slow on the right.
Go easy in 8 seconds, 1 slow.
Your eyes open.
Bueno.
We're position 20.
Brevard
Is now leading.
I'm not trying to fight, Ramon. Let's just push and get ahead.
New leader is
Allard.
Two to go.
Ahí vamos, ahí vamos.
Is the pit entry in this version on the GP circuit?
Yeah, right after you turn left, you gotta shoot to part of the right.
Noted, thank you.
Gané 5 posiciones.
Brevard heads the field.
Broda. Broda.
Debris flag.
Hace rato hice la carrera en OpenFix. Digo, no OpenFix, en Open Setup. Se siente más suelto este carro. Normalmente el Fix se siente como más estable, pero aquí no. Se siente más suelto. El cabrón. Está difícil hablar y conducir esta pista.
You're pissing me off, Sean. Bro, what in the world did you make sense of going there?
¿Otro freebie? ¿Haces otro freebie? Oh, siento muy bien este carro. Oh.
Watch out, debris flag.
Hasta que se siente el golpe. Uf. Estuvo más limpia esta carrera. Bueno, todavía no acaba, ¿verdad? Pero estuvo más limpia la carrera pasada que hice, la Open. Desde la primera vuelta fue como 10 muertos. Bueno, 10 chocados.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Uy, doble choque. Siento el choque.
Yellow in 6 seconds. One car.
In serious?
In front of you now. Keep your eyes open. White
Bring it
flag.
home.
Debris flag.
Incident has
Yeah,
cleared.
freebie.
Stall is 300 meters from
Get
pit
us some
entry.
tips when you get a chance.
Look out in 5 seconds.
He's moving.
One
He's
there.
moving.
Up to position 19 currently. Great. Next position will lose us 38 rating. Your pit stall is 300 meters from pit entry.
Oh.
I'll let off.
Okay. Oh, uy.
Debris flag.
Creí que iba a tener un off track. Samui. Not really. I'm not looking to be fast, I'm just looking to be safe. Shit. How you doing, buddy? ¿Crees? Imagínate los que están hasta adelante, güey. Es de esas pistas que no entiendo cómo. O sea, ¿qué tengo que hacer para ir más rápido? Ay, cabrón.
What are you doing, Pavia?
Cabrón.
Watch out in 8 seconds. 1 there.
Es que la verdad no sé. Es más que nada tener confianza, yo creo.
Watch
No sé,
out,
pero
debris
no sé
ahead.
cómo se podría hacer más. ¡Eh! ¡Freebie! Algo que sí te podría decir es... Siempre espera el choque. O sea, cuando te vayas a enfrentar a alguien, siempre espera que te vaya a pegar de alguna forma, aunque sea limpio o así. Oh shit. Oh. Hey, saludos hermanos, saludos a Brasil. ¿Cómo andan por todos por ahí? Ya.
P2 is the fastest car on the track. 19.611.
¿Te venís al iRacing, Saboy?
Weather update.
Track temperature risen 3 degrees Celsius to
25.8 in the last 20 minutes.
Ah. Creí que sí. Gané una posición. Bueno, arranqué desde el pits, pero... Ay, casi la cago otra vez. ¿Qué rating tienes?
Debris flag.
Me prendieron todas las luces ahorita.
Good job, dude. P17.
Check a flag.
P17 currently.
Man, that's embarrassing.
Primera vez que termino
really, really good
incidentes.
job. Up to P17, you finish
Gracias,
with
es demasiado difícil.
7.63 liters.
Es de esas pistas que nunca me ha importado ganar o terminar. O sea, con que termine ya es ganancia. Ay, 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 ay. ¿Dónde está? Muy difícil. Es fácil, pero es difícil perfeccionarlo. Porque la neta, la primera vez que lo vi dije, no más, esta pista nunca me la voy a aprender. Pero no, es fácil. Difícil es ser rápido y no chocar. Siempre que entro en la sección de lado yo pido. Sí, 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 sí. Normalmente. Ay, esperen. Ay, hace un buen de calor. Normalmente trato de hablar en los streams, pero en esta pista es demasiado difícil. Muy difícil. Ah, fuck. Por darme.
Club racing entry. Ron Wolf driving the Thonk Esports
Robert Davies.
Entry. Braden Melling did not put a lap down. We'll start in Eclipse Racing Solar. And Robert Davis, final car on the grid for Davis Motorsports. That's your GT4. Start in Braden Melling for Weenie Hut Racing by Late Apex. Kelly, Cromwell Motor in the Alpha Trout Challenge car. And Augustino driving.
He's in that 271, starting
okay.
outside pole. David Mitchell in the 227, starting from third
Fíjate cómo
position.
consigues saber mientras estás corriendo.
In that 222. Maxwell White.
Pues quién sabe. De repente me sale, pero hay veces que sí estoy hablando y de repente.
We got Glenn Brayton in that 289.
Eso sí me ha pasado muchas veces. Pero últimamente como que ya lo he podido así como que perfeccionar.
Your GR86s. Here is what that class looks like. Team BRZ with Vietnam will start.
¿No hay carrera ahorita?
Peterson in Caboose Crew SCEL will start in the second spot. Hale Satin with
Creí que iba a haber carrera aún.
Caitlin probably behind the wheel. Will start in
Hoy es
third.
viernes.
Beta with Steady State Speedworks starts in fourth. Baltimore Racing's Robert Nobels starts in the fifth spot. Sixth will be Kirby driving the SCEL Siganme 1. Finally on your grid will be Razor Racing with none behind the wheel.
Oh, qué dule.
That's a look at your grid here tonight. Now let's get down to it. Drivers already pacing.
¿Vas a hacer 24 horas o no? Yo no lo voy a hacer.
Let's have a look at that race analysis. We have a bit of an idea what we got going on here. 2 hours and 40 minutes. Scheduled distance has been all season long. That will not change here tonight. GT4s with the Pro and the AM split up. BMW M2s and the GR86 classes.
Es el que luego sube videos están en el New Ring con un buen de carros.
Both faster pairs in pretty much every race to this point. It has been a wild season. One competition yellow. This time the earliest it has been all year. It's going to be within the first 30 minutes at minute number 30. And the fixed setup is what all the drivers on every car are running here tonight. Should make it a fun and fair sort of event here tonight, as we have seen all year long.
I think one of the more important things about this track is it is very like a flow track, and we're also going to
me desesperan un poco a veces sus videos.
And I think the reason they chose Road Atlanta to be the shortest of the
porque hay veces que se queja.
You could still get good racing here. The competition caution may
Pues es que no estás en carrera, o sea, cuando está con gente al azar en la pista.
Because it is a fun multi-class kind of racetrack, and it puts on a good show every single time. We're about to get down to it here into the final chicane. A couple more corners before we let these drivers loose for the last time here this season to determine who will your champions be in all four of the classes. E-Brake Boys and BD Pink by Late Apex Racing Club are going to lead them.
Es que sí me desesperan sus videos, o sea, no sus videos sino sus reacciones a ciertas cosas que dices, es que lo que él está haciendo es como para carrera, pero no está en carrera, está con otras personas que al azar. Entonces, me desespera un poco eso. Empecé poco tiempo, pero me parece un juego. Es muy divertido, la verdad. Te quita mucho dinero, pero es muy divertido.
E-Brake Boys able to get that clear. Back to the M2s. Wrong Stuff already commanding lead into the first corner. And now the GR86s, they're all single file already. They know what's up. They know they have to draft here. Being side by side will not help.
Más bien cuando te empiezas a entrar mucho, después de un tiempo, te quitan mucho dinero. ¿Ya ves esta pantalla? Ay, güey. Pero 30 de rating, la verdad no importa, 25 de safety rating.
different configurations, but of course we're running the full configuration, if I'm correct. And that's going to be one of the best parts about it, is the full configuration has some of the sharper corners towards the middle of the track.
Déjenme descargar el setup del WGP.
It's more of a situation where you have to get the run, and I think that's where we're going to see a lot of the runs.
That corner, that was where you set up a lot of those passes and make those passes. You
Cadillac,
dive down
Porsche, Ferrari,
into this chicane
BMW.
with a lot of speed down the hill.
Y no, si va Spa.
You can use the
Spa, Alejo,
brakes
Atlanta. Uy, esto es
to outmaneuver their opponents. As we got
con Nürburgring.
by Late Apex Racing Club having some connection issues already. That is not going to help things at
Estas
all.
son
Alpha Trout goes for the move on Rockefeller Racing Purple. They are leading the AM class at the moment as they crest the hill down to the S's.
This actually is a really good racetrack. We're already seeing some good action here, particularly Cheer 86s are all together, and that's going to make a huge difference here. Is the fact that this racetrack does have such long straightaways. You gotta drive, especially with these slow Brits of cars.
Yeah, they're essentially shopping carts with engines at this point in time, and you really just need to be able to be right close to your competitors to have any kind of speed at all. And you see here, you could poke out a line to be able to maybe set up arrow-wise for a corner, but down the straightaways, you have got to be locked straight in line with the driver in front of you, or else you're going to be in big trouble. Got a pass brewing potentially.
These cars, particularly the 86s, on these straightaways, remind me of like
Va a haber una pequeña pausa en lo que
NASCAR
ceno.
and you put it on a road course. You gotta go
Streamer
like super speedway
widgets.
style race. You
Foto
gotta
widgets.
draft.
Miren,
I think it's so
quiero
important.
OBS mic.
It makes these cars so interesting.
Shows if mic is muted or not. For OBS version below 20. That's the style
And
of
you
it.
can see just how fast the
Make overlay
GT4s are
connect
compared to
overlay
that Perrier
That's
car
what-
to the left of your screen. That is Davis Motorsports, apologies, who started from pit road. They have already caught and passed the 86s. Now have about 12 seconds up the road to go find this class, which is the M2s, which are starting to separate a little bit. The wrong stuff is gapped by 1.8 seconds, and you have a fair gaggle of cars, and Rockefeller Green is bringing up the rear in this group, though still in touch with Virginia Ridge Runner Racing just ahead.
It looks like we got some action brewing in the GT4 classes, especially at the front. It looks like there's a little bit of action there. It did, at least. It seemed to sort itself out a little bit, but I have some passes coming along in that GT4.
Yeah, Thonk, Esports, Motorsports, Sports Racing, powered by Bud, makes a move on Rockefeller Racing Purple. Will move the leader of the AM class back one position and right into the clutches of Big Promble, who is now trying to make the move. See there, yellow car at the bottom.
Low.
These cars alongside each other down the straightaway is like, if you get enough of a run down that slipstream behind the car, you can make such easy passes in the GT4s.
BS whip sucking.
It's a different story, but it does look like we're already having some of these cars like slinking almost, because these brake points are different for every single
Every car can drive a little bit different into the corner. They can all rotate the corner differently, different weight distributions, where the engine is. All of these things play a factor in how you get around the racetrack. We've documented well all season long that the Porsches are twitchy. The Mustangs maybe don't turn the greatest in the corners, but are very fast on the straightaways. The McLarens seem to be fairly well-rounded, etc., etc., etc. They all have different handling characteristics and have strengths and weaknesses that you have to exploit as well as maintain throughout the race. You can see, though, when you run them all together, your top 5 consists of 5 different manufacturers. Make that top 6 for 6 manufacturers. An Aston Martin leading a McLaren, a Ford, a Porsche, a Mercedes, and a BMW for your top 6.
We got some side-by-side battle. It's been going on for almost a lap. I've been watching the 86s. And, they're doing some almost sketchy moves. You see that car, the second place car of the 86s was alongside the first place for a while. Does look like we got some action brewing here, but I think we're going to see most of our action after this competition caution we got coming up. And
inicio
horribly long,
no, 25 minutes.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, not very long into this race. It's going to shake it up. Normally, we see that competition yellow happen sometime around that hour mark. Has really been kind of the normal spot for it. We're seeing it cut in half and way early. We're not even going to cross under 2 hours left in the race.
Daylight station, just to watch.
That is going to very much change strategy because how do you
Ah,
crystal ball that far out? You should
te dan
need to
directo
make a
los
pit stop before
splits.
it. So do you just fuel up the competition yellow?
Bottom
That
split.
is now the strategy. You just wing it to the end. Because I don't think you'd want a short pit.
Esto es lo más mejor que han hecho en este maldito perro mundo.
40 or so minutes. As Boost Crew has an issue. They are in the wall. They went for a pass, and I don't think it's stuck.
Yeah, these cars have been battling alongside each other for a while. It's one of those situations you keep going and you keep going and you keep going, but you make a mistake and all it takes, especially at a high-speed race.
Ah, there it is. Just trying to get as much room for the corner as possible. Oh, they did get clipped. I think that is that Baltimore? BRZ. The car that got the front end damage. I don't think it was that bad, but I mean, that's a pretty, oh yeah, they lost the nose. That's a pretty big lick on that car.
Each other for a while. It's one of those situations you keep going and you keep going and you keep going, but you make a mistake and all it takes, especially at a high-speed race.
Ah, there it is. Just trying to get as much room for the corner as possible. Oh, they did get clipped. I think that is that Baltimore? BRZ. Whose operator is getting worked over by Croc right now.
Stop.
This is the battle for fourth position.
Stop the ground. Stop.
Good exit by Smooth Operators from the chicane. Down through final corner here into turn number 1. It looks like Croc just not quite able to make the move. Let's ride on board. See if we can set something up here.
Seems like this might be a good spot to get a run. If they can just slightly off-center their turn, maybe make a
Tienes BMW, GT4 y Toyotas. Toyota. Let's go places.
They just have to find that little spot where you can get forward momentum. It's not going to be much here. Because, of course, you're working against some smooth operators, and they're, of course, going to be smooth.
Tiene que ser desde pod,
even smoother, and maybe try and predict where they're going to be a touch slow. Maybe surprise them a little. Double 90-degree corner apex you were talking about at the top of the racetrack, the opposite end from the start-finish line. And then the long straightaway.
Yeah, I wanted to mention the work WIP racing doesn't seem as much of a work in progress as they probably were when they started, because it's the name, but they've got the fastest lap so far.
They have been quite quick so far in this race, hanging right there. The draft helped, I imagine, down the straightaways here, but clearly that car has enough aero grip and mechanical grip to be fast around this raceway. Top 3 have checked out ever so slightly over the Alpha Trout Challenge. Just a little bit, about a second back to the 42, and then Thonk by Bud is a little bit behind them, about 2.2 seconds. Just a tick off the pace right now. They'll get tightened back up, I'm sure, in terms of the competition yellow, but at this moment, a little bit of separation between them. Team BRZ they're in trouble right now down the straightaway. They're getting pushed, which I don't know if that's comforting, because that's exactly
Welcome to the Nun.
Last time.
I think it's just they're trying to. Ooh, that's a little close between those 3 cars, but it looked like they were trying to just get the car out of the way. It's not. I don't know if it's comforting or if it's just I need you out of my way. I need to go down the straightaway as quick as I can and make passes. Yeah, like I mentioned, that competition caution so early, we've got to make moves early.
Now, that competition caution being early, that's the reason I think you're not seeing Team BRZ hit right now. Because if you just keep that thing out, and you get that caution here in whatever it's going to be, 20 minutes, well, all of a sudden, you find yourself with a race car and still in the race up in the top 5, should things all work out the way that you expect them to. Another battle here. Smooth Operators and Croc have now caught up to North Sports Racing, and they're down into the chicane, blocked off. No move able to be made, maybe on the exit. No, great run by the Amelia Racing. No, number 203.
those three BMW M2s are like right behind each other. I mean, you can throw a blanket over.
Oh, we got a wreck. BRZ's around. Zed's around.
I don't know if it was a good idea to stay out there with that damage, because this is very well what Locker was going to happen.
I still think it's a good idea if you can hang on to it, but obviously that didn't work. The same thing just happened to this team. So far, so good. Oh, they just got tagged in that final 90, and then Satin got him. The advanced sim racing entry got him. I think that's T-Gom, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is T-Gom. Flipped him. Yeah, it is T-Gom. Yeah, that is unfortunate, to say the least. That is unfortunate for those 86, because now Steady State, and more importantly Ballymore is 9 seconds in front of Steady State right now. There is no competition for the 427. And now they're starting to get passed by the GT. Now they're starting to get passed by the GT. So we'll have the whole field kind of mixed up right now. We're not quite there yet. We're just now working as the lead pack is working through the GR86s. Eventually we'll get to the M6s, and then we'll have a real party.
I think the interesting part about this track is those long straightaways give the GT4 such an advantage. Black traffic is the name of such an advantage. It's going to be how well can you navigate it. Because at the end of the race, we're probably going to be close to lap cars again. But at the way this is timing out right now, it looks like towards the end of the race, we're going to be lapping through the fields like right around the race.
This track reminds me a fair bit of what we saw in Motorsport earlier this season, where that first S section, you really couldn't pass. The track was too narrow. If you were a faster car, you couldn't do anything around the slow lap traffic, even though you were maybe 10, 15 miles an hour faster. You couldn't go to the outside to be off the racetrack. And this S section kind of reminds me of that same situation. We're going to ride on your leader. This is the E-Brake boys. They're going to show us how to brake around this racetrack. There's turn 1. Cresting the hill down into the S's.
That turn right there is one of the hardest turns to make in any vehicle. That first little S.
The fast part of the S is down to this final. Gotta make sure you get it right through the sand trap corner. A lot of speed there. Little straightaway, get it up to high gear. This is your double 90 degree gears. This is your double Apex 1. Swing it out wide. Next number 2. So now get a good run here. We get a long straightaway.
The weird thing about that second apex there is it's slightly sloping outwards or away from the way you're going. So it can mess you up if you aren't close enough. Slide that car around.
This in the back and heavy braking section down into the chicane. I think it's probably inside here actually. He does. Off the chicane, and all of a sudden, that's how you go from first to third. And all of a sudden, that's how you go from first to third.
And that Mustang has such good straight line speed. They may not be perfect in the corners, but they're really, really good. It looks like they may have a problem. They're way off the pace.
Well, I think what happened there was I wouldn't say they got surprised. I think they're better than getting surprised by a car trying to pass the lead. But that move into the chicane had them a little bit off of where they needed to be for their car to be maximum speed. And by the time they got off that corner, a compromised exit allowed WIP Racing to get by, allowed Alpha Trout to get by, and all of a sudden the E-Brake boys from the point back and forth in a matter of 2.5 quarters.
And that's the tricky thing about this track is, like we mentioned several times already, is long straightaways. Don't make that exit just right. Your whole straightaways compromised, and you get past like just there, like they just did. The 4 positions, 3 positions back, just.
The wild part is I don't think they made any mistakes in particular. I think every corner was hit fairly well. I just think the BD4 pick by Lady Apex Racing Club is just that much faster right now. They found something in that McLaren that allows them to really get through this section very quickly.
those McLarens are very well rounded. They're very aerodynamic. You got the Mustang behind them that's like a brick. It just hits the wind.
Fast
that
brick.
McLaren, yeah, very fast brick. But you got the McLaren that is just so aerodynamic. It can make that messes. It seems like this track just very much suits it.
Seeing it so far is 77. Started in second. Has led the last couple of laps and is starting to drive away. This is one of the biggest leads we've seen on the day for this class. Of course, the wrong stuff out here putting a pretty good little gap of 4 seconds back. Their nearest competition. Scratch that, it's about 7 seconds back from the nearest competition. This trio is still right together, and it's almost the same order. Smooth Operators has gotten around Northsport with Croc hanging in the wings. David Mitchell not quite able to make a move on these guys, although obviously trying to can't get that done. Mollymore still leads by about 8 seconds over a steady state. We're just in front of Hale second. You know what I'm impressed with, Angel? This is to keep my horn a little bit. There's some potential problems with the name here of this green car we see on the screen. 0 times this year have we slipped and made that mistake. So we probably will for sometime tonight just to cap off the season. But no mistakes made on the name of, let's show the name for everyone on the screen. There it is. Have yet to make a mistake here this season.
Chale, yo hablando. Y yo diciendo que necesito que me diga cuando tengo el micrófono muteado.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, caboose crew. Kyle Peterson in trouble. There we go. Let's see it one more time here. Oh, is it the leader?
I think it was.
Get volleyballed by the leader? That's less than ideal.
Ah.
Yeah, very much less than ideal. Because it just came out of nowhere. It looked like it's this SS.
Yeah, they're able to get off of the chicane well. This is into the final corner. They just got a lot of help from the leader. They just flat out got dumped by the leader, who is no longer the leader. WFE Racing got by him. That is surprising. I don't really know what happened. That's a strange one, to say the least.
I think there might be some looks back at that one, because that one was very almost egregious. It rides that borderline situation of where multi-class racing you always not as the faster class. You have to safely pass slower classes. Not their job to do that.
Yeah, I'm not going to try and get into the why that happened. That was a strange mistake. It'll get looked at. I'm sure the admins of the series, the race directors and all that, they've done a fantastic job all year of calling incidents properly, of organizing these drivers and teams and making sure everyone is on the same page and how these races are about to flow. Handling competition yellows, wave rounds, all that stuff. It's really been one of the smoothest run leagues that I've ever been part of as a broadcaster. And I appreciate the opportunity, as always, to cover this series. Big thank you to SCPL, big thank you to Series.com for allowing myself, Angel, and JP, who is here with us, the ability to cover this show all season. We have an excellent battle for the Flying Fishman, if you will. Alpha Trout Challenge up into second. They just keep passing cars who make mistakes, and they got one in front of them. We can get the lead away from WFE Racing.
I want to mention this, and this is one of those tracks where skill really comes out. There is only one, I think, correct low car that is behind the ambulance.
Yes, that's Weenie Hut, you're right.
And it's just because this track is so heavily dependent on skill, and it looks like we've got some passes or possible passes.
Also, I don't know if I believe that Thunk by Beer and a different manufacturer have been most of the season. I don't know if I'm wrong about that. If I'm wrong about that, chat, do let me know. But I'm pretty sure that this car used to be a Mercedes, like their team name. Now, it looks to be a Mustang. So, I don't know if I just missed that, Yeah, the manufacturer change for the final race of the season, trying to get a dub.
I think, you know, you never know. Racing's complicated. But when it comes to these manufacturers, some cars are just getting better. The Mustang's definitely a contender.
Well, we saw it earlier this season with the SRN Esports Culture, who's not here tonight. They started off the season in the Porsche. They ran about the first 3 or 4 races in that Porsche. And they were just, every week, having something go wrong. They switched to the BMW for America, sorry, in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin, and immediately were one of the fastest cars, whether it was they qualified up front, and both restarts sailed it off and turned on the grass, and they went together, but they basically picked it up, switching to the BMW, but they lost all the points because of it. And that's really the challenge is, do you keep, as we start to work on some of these M2s, that's in river racing for the leaders. Do you want to win the race at expense of losing all your points? But if you're out of the points battle, does it really matter? I don't know. That's a kind of a personal question, I suppose. And it's clearly some drivers don't really care about the points. The race wins more important.
I mean, especially if you're out of the championship battle, I mean, there's really no point in worrying about it. It's either, it's like when you have these fast car Cup Series drivers go back to the Truck Series. All that matters is the win. They don't get points, they don't get championship, they win the championship. So why not just go hard for that?
Siempre que le pongo para que se enfoque en los choques, me pone eso. Ese Mercedes.
Apex Racing Club. We just passed for third.
Yeah, these cars, the 86s have been fiery, to say the least.
Quiero buscar uno donde sí tenga más.
You gotta make it work, and that's what we're kind of seeing with these two. I've seen these two go back and forth, and the fact is they got that run. They're gonna go with it, and sometimes it puts the other car in a very, very awkward situation.
We are just under 10 minutes until we hit that competition.
Ya, diferentes.
Might see the pass here. High side try down the chicane. For the beer car, can they roll the center? Yes, they can. As the exit, give advantage back to Weenie Hut. They disappear for a moment, but they are almost there. They're going to be able to get there? No, they do give the spot up.
Tiene muchos espectadores, a ver.
In the M class, up to 8. In Weenie Hut in the Pro class, back 1 spot to the 9th position.
I think the Mustang definitely has some. It's one of those cars, it seems, that is really, really good and doing great, like FP racing. You also got some lucky circumstances that don't go wrong, but you're either really good at it or you're kind of middle of the pack. There's really, it doesn't seem like there are many bad Mustangs because the Mustang just has such good straight line speed. It kind of is like the car is just a crutch you can use.
I always liked having straight line speed in my car, even if I was working an open setup in another type of racing entirely. If I could get off the corner well and make straight line speed, it makes it very difficult to pass you. Even if you're struggling to make forward progress, you can defend really well if you can just exit a corner well. Because the other guy has to drive it in, or they either have to beat you off the corner and be able to match you or do better than you off the corner, or they have to absolutely ship it into the corner to get it to stick. And that's where you have troubles, is you have someone trying to be aggressive and make a crazy move into the corner. They make a mistake and they wipe themselves off the racetrack, and all of a sudden you have no pressure and you didn't do anything to change what you were doing.
Actually, I just was right before this doing a race on here, and I only won it because I did a very, I guess you would say it was like almost an early apex. So I would hit it and just get just enough straight line speed to make that pass, and it's one of those situations where it could have worked either way. But if you do it just right, you enter or exit perfectly, you know, you get that straight line speed either from compromising your entry and making a good exit. It just depends on the situation, but if you can get that good straight line, it just sets you up for such a perfect pass.
Right here is a great example of it. We are about to see a ton of traffic. We might see this traffic during the comp yellow, and I think some of these cars, you can see the leaders in the frame. We're now working through all 3 classes together. These are M2s passing 86s. and we are just about to see the GT4s get around the M2s. You can see the M2 leader. How about the GR86? How about the GT4 leader? My goodness, I'm struggling here. The GT4 leader, WP Racing, is just now being able to see the middle pack of the M2s. And the Comp Yellow is about to start. We just saw Steady State hit pit road. Davis Motorsport started in pit road, so that's not a confirmed pit stop, but we're starting to see drivers do a little bit of strategy work here.
This situation is truly what multi-class racing is about. All three classes passing each other at the same time.
No se ve animada, güey. Y tiene versión de que se les debe cada uno de la escena como un GIF animado que mantiene todos los detalles con efectos sutiles de no transparentes y luces de movimientos para darle vida al concepto de sim racing.
That is what multi-class racing is about. It's working it out. Ooh, a little bit of a bump.
3 wide. Not very happy is Hale Satin, and that is going to give the lead to Alpha Trout Racing. WAP is not going to be happy about getting compromised by the very slow class here, the GR86s. T-Gom's doing it way out of the way. They're still flashing. Hale Satin not happy.
No, and I'm going to be honest, if I was the slower class, I wouldn't be either. I mean, it's one of those sticky situations. Nobody can win. You're the quicker class, you're trying to make a pass, and you have to bump sometimes, but nobody wins in that situation. You make enemies that not win.
Meanie Hunt on pit road. Just now leaving pit road. They're going to try and stay on the lead lap. It's going to be tight. I think they will. They're off pit road now. In fact, they're having technical issues. There they are. They're now up to Essie. Alpha Trout just working turn one, so they will stay on the lead lap. Now they're going to flip the stage. They will probably inherit the lead once this all works out.
Strategy works that way sometimes. It seems like they made a good strategy call.
Potentially, again, they're going to be lap on fuel. That is at least a couple laps compared to everybody else. That is where you're going to have the issues. Potentially later. Thought by Beers on pit road. E-brake boys are pitting now. Rockefeller Purple is on the pit lane. We've got a number of cars deciding now is the right time. A lot of the GR86 is on pit road. SEL, T-Gom, Razor Racing, BRZ hit a lap ago. Steady State hit a lap ago. None of the M2s have hit yet.
It's almost like flipping a stage in NASCAR. You compromise your current position at the end of the stage. Is everything gets reset. They're all grouped back together, and they have to hit anyway, so you inherit that lead, and that's such a... It's a risky strategy.
No sé qué vaya a llover. Oh shit, está buenísimo.
If it works, it tends to work really, really well.
Yeah, it's one of those short-term gain for potential long-term loss. Short-term, you are likely going to cycle if you're one of the drivers who hit it off the lap down. E-brake boys, for example. More than likely, you're cycling. More than likely, that'll be a spot that you end up, which is fantastic for you. Well done. Getting back to the lead as we should be seeing that Comp Yellow here in the next couple of seconds. That's fantastic. The problem you might have is you're going to be a lap 2 or 3 on fuel. Now with the pacing, you're probably not burning that much fuel anyway, so it's probably even less of a problem. But does that 1 or 2 laps come back to play?
Lose your base on your base, lose your base on your base, lose your base on your base.
If you don't have that information, you might be handicapping yourself now, not knowing that number later.
And the car, if there were to say